All right, race fans, invitational season in full force. Of course, we had a ton of racing this past weekend. Let's talk some street stock action, and then we'll get to this week's power rankings. Let's head out to Aberdeen, South Dakota, the Brown County Speedway. They had the Big Buck Nationals. This guy here, kind of an up-and-down season. Not quite the season I expected, but man, Billy Chris parking it in Victory Lane, his sixth of the year, a nice win for him out in South Dakota. Now let's head out to Montana, the Electric City Speedway, Great Falls, that is. They had the triple header, the 25th annual Montana Roundup. 3 nights of racing action for the Street Stocks. Night number 1, Jeremy Castro, his 15th of the year. What a season he's having. Of course, it's pretty dynamic. There's several drivers out there that are good, 3 of them in particular, but the guy that won night number 2, he's like, hey, don't forget about me. Travis Schumati, he got her done from 6th. That's a good win, and he actually held off Castro to do it. So there's another guy. Keep an eye on this guy next year. He could be another one in the mix out in Montana. And night number 3, Mr. Consistency, Corey Craver. He scored his 12th of the year with that win out in Great Falls. Now let's stick with Montana. Let's go to the Gallatin Speedway up in Belgrade. Rob Petrov, a guy that I said, man, he's due for a win. He needs one, and he got it. His 12th of the year from 8th. And they got a double header out there, I believe, this weekend, so he's got to be pretty hungry for that one. Now, let's go to the Gillette Thunder Speedway. We'll stay out west. They had the East-West Clash, another triple header. Wisconsin driver Kyle Jeannette. He made the trip over there, and it paid off. Not only did he win night 1, he won night 2, and he won night number 3. What a weekend for the 16X. Now let's stay out west. We'll go to the River City Speedway in Grand Forks. The Wolverine, Justin Vogel. I've been picking on him, been saying, man, pink numbers, pink dress, bridesmaid, I'm not sure. Well, he got it done, and he got it done from 9th. He's really quick around that bull ring over in Grand Forks. I expect to see him up at the sites. A 1 win August, but guess what? He's already got 2 in September because he went down to Madison. He got it in Victory Lane again. He held off a very hard charging Mike Jans to get it done. That's 10 on the year for the 10. Devil's Lake Speedway, Labor Day doubleheader out there. Johnny Carter, he had a hell of a weekend. He won both nights out at the Devil's Playground, and then they had the Dakota Dream at the Cheyenne Speedway over in Lisbon. He parked it in Victory Lane, 3 for 3 on the weekend for the reigning national champion, Johnny Carter. Greenbush Race Park, let's go up to northern Minnesota. They had a Labor Day weekend doubleheader up there. Day 1, Aaron Blacklands. He got it done from 8th. Or I don't know if he got it done from 8th, but that is his 8th on the year. But I tell you what, that's the guy right there that if he just focused on one class, I'm not sure he wants to do that, he could be dangerous. That guy flat out wins races. And night number 2, Tucker Peterson, he actually, it looks like he snuck by Aaron Blacklands to get the win. That's his 4th of the year, so congratulations to him. Now let's head over to Wisconsin, the Rice Lake Speedway. Sean Amundsen, he scored his 3rd of the year, and podium finishes for this guy. Sean Amundsen really having a nice season, 6 of his last 7. The only one that wasn't on the podium looks like it was a DNF, so the Dirty 30 looking really good. Casino Speedway out in Watertown, Andy Rosso, he got it done from 5th. That's his 5th of the year. The 99 has been quietly impressive this year. He's been a guy out there that I've been keeping an eye on. He's got a pretty fast hot rod. Congratulations to him. Look forward to seeing him here in a couple weeks. Now, let's go to the big half mile, the Viking Speedway, Alexandria, Minnesota. They had a Labor Day weekend doubleheader as well. And day number 1, this was a good race. Parker Anderson got win number 31, and everyone's like, well, Parker Anderson got the win. But let me tell you this, a yellow saved him because 9th starting Braden Brower flat out drove by him. It was over. Brower was going to win this race, and the yellow come out. Parker Anderson regrouped and he was able to hold off Brower. Brower wasn't able to get back by him, but Brower had the faster car over in Alexandria. And night number 2, Ryan Satter got it done. No stranger to Victory Lane on the big half mile over there. Kind of checked out. He drove away his 18th of the season. Side note, Legal Beagle. He was tore down the night before. Not sure who did it, not sure the details, but I do know this. It was legal. The 67 just flat out fast. So let's get to it. We're going to talk about the September 9th edition of the buyraceshirts.com one to go show, Street Stock Power Rankings, and buyraceshirts.com. Of course, get a hold of Jordan. Does a great job for racers, by racers. You need shirts for the 2022 season. He's your guy. Get a hold of him. At number 10, Kyle Jeannette. We're going to put him in there. Kind of an underrated guy. Didn't have a ton of wins throughout the season, but he had the trifecta out west, and a few hot rods went out there. I think Todd Carter was there as well. So he has, I'm telling you, this is a guy here that is massively underrated. Really fun to watch, really smooth, and I expect to see a lot more wins from him next year. At number 9, Rob Petrov. Here's a guy that, consistent. Part of that trifecta with him, Craver, and of course, Jeremy Castro. And he's tied for wins with 12 with Craver. Castro's got a few more than them guys. He's solid, but now they're going to his house. They're going to Gallatin. He's really tough there. Get a pair of them this weekend. You're due. I think he can do it. At number 8, Corey Craver. Here's a guy, double duty guy. Runs an IMCA mod, runs a street stock, and talking to some drivers out there like Petrov, he says this guy's a wheel guy. A lot of respect. He has a lot of respect from the drivers he races against, and he's consistent. He's always on the podium. Looking at his numbers here, he only has 7 nights off the podium in 35 shows. A couple of them were DNFs in there. 12 wins on the year. Absolutely a wheel man, and I'm going to put him at number 8. At number 7, the Wolverine, Justin Vogel. Now, no more bridesmaids jokes. Well, we'll see about that, right? We got a whole nother month of racing. But Vogel got a pair of wins this weekend. He had a big one earlier this year, if you remember, down at the KRA Speedway. And he's good. He's really, really good at Fergus. With Soda 100 literally a week away, he's really good at Grand Forks. They have the Sites Memorial. I expect to see him up there. And I'm going to call it right now. Vogel is going to win the Sites. He's going to get it done in the 10. I'm going to put him right now at number 7. At number 6, Mike Jans. I'm telling you right now, this guy here, Mike Jans, looking at his numbers, 10 wins on the season. But the eye test, okay, I've watched this guy on Dirt Race Central, and he could very possibly be the fastest street stock in that area. This guy's a flat-out rocket ship, and I'm probably going to see him maybe coming up here over at Madison. I might go down there on Sunday. I want to see this guy in person, but he can flat out get around the racetrack. And Vogel held him off, but Jans chased him down. He's got the faster car, so I'm going to put him at number 6. At number 5, Jeremy Castro. This guy has put together a hell of a season. 15 wins on the year, 30 podiums and 40 shows. And I'm telling you, that group out there, I wish I could watch them a lot more. Him, of course, Craver, of course, Petrov, Shumati now in the mix. They got some good street stocks out west, okay? I talked to some drivers that went out there, and they said, these guys are no joke. They're good, in all that area. They watch them. I got talked to people, and I said, man, are their numbers as good as they are? And they said, if they raced over here, they'd be winning some races too. So Jeremy Castro, solid at number 5. At number 4, Johnny Carter. Man, if not for just a dead part of the season, when the Steffes series started, his season basically shut off. He started red hot, and he went ice cold. I mean, if it could go wrong, it did go wrong. But other than maybe Braden Brower, I don't think there's somebody that's really kind of on the rise as much as Johnny Carter is right now. Not sure where he's going. I expect maybe to see him up at the sites. He could be somebody to give good old Justin Vogel a hell of a battle up there. With 3 wins on the weekend and 3 races, he's no joke. He can make some noise come invite time. At number 3, Ryan Satter. Legal Beagle. Okay, 18 wins on the year, and he has a pile of wins at the Viking Speedway, at the Fergus Falls, at the I-94 Sure Step Speedway. He went to South Dakota, got a pair of wins out there when he went. This guy can wheel a race car. He was tore down, perfectly legal. That's great to see. That just shows he's extremely fast. And earlier this year, I said he's my pick to win the Wissota 100. But I'm telling you what, this next guy might have something to say about that. At number 2, Braden Brower. He might be the hottest driver right now in street stock racing. And I would even say he's faster than Parker Anderson is right now today. Looking at his numbers here, he has 15 wins, 30 podiums. He got a second, fourth, and a third this weekend. He did not have a win, right? But he was an absolute rocket ship. He's there. He's hungry. You put this guy in a pretty reasonably good starting position, he's going to make some noise. This is my sleeper pick for the Wissota 100, Braden Brower at number 2. And at number 1, Parker Anderson. Got another win this weekend. Hey, rather be lucky than good. He held off Brower. Yellow helped him. He got a second the next night. He had a DNF rough night for him, by the way, over in Lisbon. Kind of started up front. He got hung out to dry on the outside, went backwards, pulled off. I don't know if something broke or if he was just a little bit like, man, I'm not going to make it any worse. I'm just going to pull off. So I guess he's human, but 10 Steffes wins, the Steffes Series champion. He's got a pretty much instant. I think mathematically it's over. I don't think anybody can catch him in the points now. So he should be the 2021 Wissota National Champion. This kid's put together a hell of a season. He really has. You know, in the street stock class, by far the most absolutely competitive class in Wissota racing right now. I've had a blast watching these guys, but right now, the number 1 spot in the buyraceshirts.com one-to-go show street stock power rankings, the 27 of Parker Anderson.